known by the Cherokee as the land of the noonday sun. Along a stretch of the Appalachian Trail that winds around the border of Georgia and North Carolina flows the magnificent Nantahala River. Nestled in the Blue Ridge Mountains, the gorge surrounding the river has always been a place of seclusion. Electricity didn't alight this sanctuary until the 1940s, and phones wouldn't arrive until the 1950s. It's land of lush green forest, raging white water, calming streams, and wild animals. It gives one a sense of a forgotten time where protection and care took on a primal form, juxtaposing absolute peace against instinctual survival. This is a place of love. This is a place of strength. This is a place for adventure. In 2011, my good friend and I made a pilgrimage to this sacred land, looking to write our own stories into the rich history of these hollowed hills. We were unaware of where we would live or what was truly awaiting us. All we knew is in 48 hours, we would report for work. This is a story about how this place shaped the core of who we would become. This is our journey on the road to nowhere. We decided to take a trip to some of our favorite spots here and have a conversation.
Oh man, one word to describe the river, exploration maybe? I don't know, dude, there's something about this place, this river, you know, it gives me that Tom Sawyer, Huckleberry Finn type feeling, you know what I'm saying?
If I had to describe the river in one word, I think it would be tranquility. It is the one place where I could work and be at complete peace, even when I had a 7-load of Floridians arguing about something at home and I'm trying to get them down the river. Like any day, any situation, rain, sunshine, whatever, it's just tranquil.
That sense of community that you get living here, it's people helping people, powerful stuff, man. Everybody's always willing to lend a hand, anything. It's funny how many times I've given somebody a ride from the put-in to the takeout and vice versa. Someone just hopped off the AT and they need to ride into Bryson to get some supplies. It's beautiful, man.
People here are welcoming to anyone of any kind and any type. The community here is so laid back and everybody has each other's backs, and it's one of the coolest things to be a part of. And I freaking love this place.
I spent a few years, you know, doing the office thing. Wasn't happy. I work with this guy named Ishmael. He likes to say, we be free like a deer. We work free like a deer. And that's something that is pertinent for up here. You know, you're working and you're living with your friends and these people that you love. And it's, you know, my profession now. I work outdoors. You know, I learned up here, if I can make money and be free like a deer, then I was gonna do it.
The lasting effect this place leaves on not only me, but everybody who ever even visits, not even just works, but like working and living here changed me as a person. It opened my mind to so many things. You get such a sense of community here. You meet people from all kinds of walks of life, and it's just kind of eye-opening. You don't even realize it's happening because you're just enjoying every single day that you live here. And you just grow as a person. So you have the river community when you live here in Nantahala, but when you work at Wildwater, you get to live at a pretty special place to me called The Hill.
30 people in 2 bathrooms. That's what it's like. You know, you're sharing everything basically, maybe except a toothbrush. But the kitchen, everything, you know, constantly sharing.
Yeah, living on the hill is like having 30 siblings because we share and we argue, and at the end of the day, we love each other for life.
It's a big family aspect, you know. The A motherly type will make you clean more. Old man Brashears will make you shut up when he's got to work the 8 o'clock trip and you're up at 3 o'clock in the morning.
The vibes here, as soon as you arrive, like you're welcomed like a family member. Like you'll have best friends within 2 hours of living here.
Yeah, the type of friends that one would make here are lasting for sure. I mean, hell, we were 21, 22, 23 years old and with a lot of cash in our pockets from tips, so you know, it was pretty rowdy.
Stupid. The parties here were stupid. We had full-on concerts and raves and all kinds of stuff up here, and the entire gorge, every other company would come here and hang out and play music, and we would play music. I mean, it was one of the most musical places I've ever lived. Every other night we were beating on drums and somebody was playing guitar, and we had pianos. I mean, we had the whole setup. The whole summer was just a summer of long fun.
So it's really beautiful.
After our stops by the river and the hill, we decided to go to one of the most amazing places, called the Road to Nowhere. Just getting there is a journey, through winding roads and surrounded by mountains on all sides, passing through the little town of Bryson City, quiet and quaint when the snowbirds leave, yet alive and upbeat during the warm summers. The tunnel itself was built in the 1930s and 40s. The road was meant to replace old Highway 288 and give displaced families a way to reach family cemeteries. Soon after completion of the tunnel, though, the TVA deemed the project too expensive, and construction on the road was halted.
So we decided that the name, The Road to Nowhere, was fitting for what we were talking about. Before we came here and just lived and figured out who we really were as people, we didn't know what we wanted to do, and we were both truly on a road to nowhere in life.
So we moved up here, and we really had no idea, what was about to happen. We knew we had a place to stay, which was the hill, and we were going to start work, in a couple days. So we were on a road to nowhere, that's for sure. Yeah.
I learned people skills. I learned how to survive. I learned how to be an accepting member of a community that brings everybody together. I learned so many things that I can't put them all into this statement. I would have to make another 12 to 15 minute video to be able to explain every single thing that I learned here.
I guess I really kind of came into my own when I lived up here, kind of settled on the ideals that I had with life, and kind of figured out what made me happy.
As a person, the gorge opened my eyes to the lives of so many other people, and just a completely different lifestyle than what I was used to before. The typical Williamson County lifestyle was so caging, and moving here and meeting other people and getting a job doing something that pushed me to the limit, limits that I've never even thought about before. It really shaped me as a person. This place taught me how to unplug, turn my phone off, enjoy nature, enjoy living and being present. Not everything is about the media world and other things going on. I let that kind of tend to take over my life sometimes, and being here teaches me to shut that out completely.
It's seriously a place for somebody to come and find themselves. Time definitely stops while you're here, and it's a good and a bad thing. You can forget about all these crazy stresses in life when you're up here and just live and work and be a part of something that is untouched by the rest of the world. Living here definitely changed and shaped who I am to this day, for sure. I wouldn't be the person I am without the time that I spent up here.
Living here broke me out of a shell of a lack of confidence, and I was able to learn who I really was and what I was actually capable of doing, and that's the best feeling ever.
After our reflection on how this place shaped us as human beings, we decided a sunrise hike was in order. This time, our close friend Colby, who we met here, would come along for the journey. With the trail covered in snow, this was no ordinary hike. We would bypass the Appalachian Trail and take a forestry road 1.2 miles long that gain 1,500 feet of elevation up to the Westerwald Fire Tower. It's trips like this, friends like this, and a sunrise like this that can really put life into perspective. Living in this place changed my life. But what is even better to me is that when I can come here and reflect on my past, I know that the future is going to hold bigger, better, brighter things. And that's why we wanted to share what we learned on the road to nowhere.